All right, here we go. Yay! Hi, guys. Okay, so I see some similar faces on right now. And, guys, I'm going to do my best to fly through this as fast as I possibly can. There's a lot of information to go through. And just know the beginning of your business is the hardest because you are learning all of these new terms and you're getting thrown into these Facebook groups and trying to build your connections on Instagram and Facebook and all this stuff. And it's like there's so much information. But I want you guys to know that we truly want to see you guys succeed. And we are trying to keep things as simple as possible. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, okay? Don't pull away. Do the best that you can do every single day. When you're feeling overwhelmed, reach out to your upline to get some tips on how to kind of simplify things. But if you can stick with this, you truly can build a 6 to 7, even more than that, figure business over time. Now, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Meg Kozlowski, and I signed up as a coach 9 years ago, a really long time. It feels like a really long time. And I was 22 years old. I really didn't see this business turning into anything more than just holding me accountable to my own health and fitness goals. But I really did love the products. I loved the products. I was able to, lose 15 pounds with Turbo Jam, and then added in Shakeology and Chilling Extreme, lost the other 15 pounds, continued on my journey as a health and fitness coach. And it wasn't until about 2 years later that I was at where you guys are, where I was like, okay, I want to make this an actual business, whether you want to just make some extra money here and there, or if you want to make it something bigger. We all have different goals. But for me, it took a little bit of time to realize what this business could do. And I'm very passionate about teaching new coaches that you want to get started from the beginning. You don't want to be like me and wait 2 years because, gosh, I wasted so much time just getting in my own head and saying that I couldn't do this. Now let me make sure everyone's muted real quick. There we go. Okay. So this is our beautiful team. This is at our team retreat. And I am going to teach you today how to launch your coach biz. Okay. So first things, you guys, is that your main job is to focus on you. So yes, you're being thrown into these trainings, whether you're doing the self-led training or you're in our new coach mentorship group and you're having, all of this stuff given to you. The most important thing about this entire coaching business is you. And if we think about it, you guys, if we're not getting results, right? If we're not using the products, if we're not drinking Shakeology, if we're not doing the performance line, if we're not doing the workouts, and we expect other people to come to us and want to do the products, there's a huge disconnect there, right? Yes, you can do other workouts. I did Peloton today, okay? You can do other programs. You can do, CrossFit. You can do your own workouts. But you still need to know the products that we have to offer with Beachbody and at least go through some of the programs, okay? So know the products. Love the products. Tell people about the products and the lifestyle. Help people change their lives with the products. And then number 5 is to tell those people that they can help people change their lives just the way that you've been able to. If you can keep it simple to those 5 steps, you guys, you will grow a consistent business that does this. Okay, so it begins with you. It begins with you knowing the products, falling in love with the products. And I'll be honest, you guys, I don't love every single Beachbody workout. There's some workouts that I truly just don't like, and that's normal, okay? So if you try one and you're like, this is not my jam, I don't really enjoy this trainer or I don't like that style of the workouts, the nice thing is that with Beachbody On Demand, just try a different workout, okay? It's just like that with personal development. I tell my coaches, if you start listening or reading something and it's just not jiving with you, switch to something else. There's so many different personal development books that you can choose from, okay? Okay, so let's go into resources. So I'm going to show you guys how to get to your coach office. So you can do this on your phone or you can do it on your computer, okay, your laptop. But you just go to teambeachbody.com, okay? So you'll sign in. You'll have an account just like this, okay? And then you're going to sign in. Hopefully my computer doesn't go too slow. And then you'll click on this little tab that says Coach, okay? Now, if you click on that tab, you're going to see all these different things pop up, okay? So we're going to click on Coach. And then it's going to say Beachbody On Demand, all this stuff, but you'll see this other little tab pop up that says Coach FAQs, Share a Cart, My Challenge Tracker, Coach Office. First, we're going to go through the Coach Office, okay? So if you go here, it's probably going to make me sign in again. Yes, you'll have to sign in again. They just want to make sure, and your computer might save your stuff too. They just want to make sure that you're signing into the account that you want to sign into. And you're going to go through, and there's going to be some things that we want you to focus on, okay? So this will be your first page that when you pop up, okay? So like my sign up date, a long time ago, right? A long, long time ago. So you'll be able to go through and you see, okay, I have my profile, I have my team, I have Success Club points, volume, earnings. You get paid every Thursday, okay? So if you have someone purchase something today, it's not going to show up in your earning until tomorrow. Okay, and then if you have something from Friday up until Wednesday, it's not going to show up in your earnings until that next Thursday. Okay, so Thursday is your payday. Now you want to make sure that you go into, like these tabs are important. Success Club, you'll be able to see when you sell a challenge pack or Shakeology Home Direct, it's going to show you, okay, you have, 2 points. You'll be able to go through and see, okay, did that person order or not? You'll be able to go here and say, okay, they signed up as a coach or they signed up as a customer. You'll see it all right there, okay? Success Club is where the success starts, you guys. You can see I've hit Success Club 5, which is helping 3 or more people get started on their health and fitness journey for 88 months in a row. That's a long time. Okay, I didn't get started from day one. If you add up, from 2009 until now, there was quite a few months where I did not do this, but my business was not growing. When I finally clicked and said, okay, I should be helping 3+ people get started on their health and fitness journeys, I never stopped, okay? Now, Success Club 10 is helping 5 people. If you want to see your business grow faster, shoot to help 5 or more people get started on their health journeys with you every single month, okay? So that's where you can see your Success Club stuff. You can also see on this page, you have your coach ID, you have your current rank, all that kind of stuff. You'll be able to see your main Success Club points. Now we're going to go in and look at this tab, Monitor My Business, okay? Monitor My Business. You can go through and you see your personal and customer orders. So if you have someone who, is on Shakeology Home Direct and they're like, gosh, I don't know when my next order is going to go through, you can look under your customer orders and see, oh, you ordered on March 4th, so your next order is going to go through on April 4th. Okay, so everything is very clean right there. My customers, you'll be able to go through and find their email addresses and all that kind of stuff if you want to contact them. When you start building a team, your personally sponsored coaches, you'll have those 2 things. Your preferred placement. When you go for Emerald, you'll want to be changing that leg. We'll teach you all about Emerald in the new coach mentorship in 2 weeks. Okay, so don't stress too much about that. If you want to run, reach out to your coach and say, how do I get to Emerald faster? They can definitely help you get there faster than waiting for our 2-week training. But this is where you would change the legs in order to hit Emerald, okay? You also have over here, this is a really important one for new coaches, my EFT management. I'm not going to click on it because it has all my banking information in there, but you can go in there and that's where you set up your banking account so that when you get paid on Thursday, instead of them mailing you a check, they're just going to put it into your bank account. So your first pay will come in as a check, so you'll get it in the mail, but then after that, you'll want to have it set up in your EFT management so that it just goes into your bank account. Now, if you don't set it up after your first time getting a paycheck and you get another paycheck, they're going to start taking some money. I think it's very much. It's probably for post or mailing it to you. But they're going to start taking a little bit of that money because you haven't set up your EFT management. So make sure you set this up ASAP. Okay? You don't want that to happen. Another important thing to look at, you guys, if we get out of Monitor My Business, if you're someone who likes training, okay, and you're like, I want to be able to go through, and we'll talk about that in a sec, like not getting too caught up in the trainings and stuff, but you can go in and there's a ton of resources on getting started right, Success Club, personal development and building your team, product training, all this stuff, okay? So you will never be out of resources. There's tons of resources. Another important area is your business alerts, okay? So on this, you'll be able to go through and say, okay, I can see that I have new customers. I can see that I have new coaches who have signed up. You'll be able to see, you'll see this number grow where you're like, okay, there's new coaches in my organization. These are not coaches that you personally sponsored, okay? These are people, because you're part of our team, you're gonna start seeing them drop into your downline. And that's when hitting Emerald is really, really important, okay? We're not gonna get into all that, but just know that seeing coaches in your organization is important, okay? But you'll just be able to see all of your alerts so you won't miss anything in your office. You want to get into the habit of checking into your office at least a couple times a week, okay? So that's your coach office, guys, and just the areas that I would think are important, okay? The other part of it, if you look at this, your coach office, the next one is team pages, okay? So you guys are hopefully all in the new and improved important Team Fit Addicted group. I know it's a mouthful, but that's our main team hub. That's where, all the working coaches in our downline are there so that you have a direct connection with me to be able to hear, the latest news or trainings that we're doing or changes to the coach office or whatever. You'll get that information from me. Okay, so make sure you're in that group. The other one is Coach FAQ, okay? So actually, team pages, so new and improved, and then you each probably have a smaller team page that your upline created, okay? So for me, I have my Team Fit Addicted PS coaches because they're just my personally sponsored coaches. Sometimes there's things that I just want to connect with them one-on-one because they're my coaches. Your coach probably has one as well. It's a little less overwhelming than the big group. The next thing, you guys, for resources is coachfaq.com. So if you actually come back to teambeachbody.com and you click on this coach tab, you will see coach FAQs right there. Okay, so Coach FAQs right there, your share cart, which is where you can create links that are, God, it makes the customer experience so amazing. When you do share cart, you guys, there's a 6-minute video on share cart if you just search it on YouTube by Scotty Hobbs that shows you how to use share cart. But that lets you set things up for your customer where you put their name in, you put their email, you put whatever they want to purchase, you send them that link. All they have to do is put their information about like their credit card and their shipping address and their billing address and all that stuff. And it just makes it easier for them versus having them go to your big hub page where they're like, here they're going to be like, oh my God, there's Energize and there's all this different stuff and I don't know where to find what I need. It just makes the user experience a lot easier for them. Okay, so make sure you check out ShareCart, but we're talking about Coach FAQs. This is your hub for questions, okay? So before you reach out to your upline, before you reach out to the team page, I would highly suggest coming here, okay, and searching questions, okay? So if you're looking for Success Starter, for instance, say we'll type that in because that's something that you should all be focusing on anyway. Success Starter. You're going to see that they have all of the information about being a Success Starter right here. If you're searching for things on Shakeology, you can type in Shakeology, and it's going to have all these different resources for Shakeology, okay? You can also look at YouTube and Google. I know my coach is super duper busy and, she would never mind, and your coach never minds when you reach out to them either. But if you want to get a quick answer, you guys, YouTube and Google is amazing. If I'm, because I don't remember everything, even after 9 years of being a coach, I don't know all the details. That's not the important part. The important part is that you're connecting and building relationships and that sort of thing. So if I have a question, or if you have a question, go on to YouTube and Google and look for that question. Like if you're struggling to grow your network on Instagram, go on and search Beachbody Instagram training and make sure that it's a training within the last 2 or 3 months. If it's a social media training, because things change so fast, but you will find so many different resources from top coaches sharing their top tips, okay? Now, the other important part is National Wake Up Call. Those are Mondays at 12 p.m. EST. You can just go to, and I'll show you guys right here. Hopefully this logs me in. To watch the National Wake Up Calls, you can go to Team Beachbody 411. Come on, Internet. It's going to pop up. If not, you guys can just see that that's Team Beachbody 411. You can watch it live. So the way that you're watching it with me on Zoom, they actually have their Zoom set up so that you can watch it on Facebook through their Facebook page, and you can see the speaker going through their story and sharing their tips. Now, if you're like me and you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off most of the time, and you're like, I don't know if I can sit down and just watch a video. So if you go here, you'll see the most recent National Wake Up Call is right here. So you'll look at videos, it'll be the most recent one, okay? Now, if you are super busy and you don't have time to watch the video, or you're at work or whatever, there's the podcast app that you can listen to. You can just download it on your phone. A lot of people say, I don't have, extra data to be able to listen to it without Wi-Fi. The podcast app does not use data, okay? You can download the podcast app and then listen to the National Wake Up Call or listen to books or whatever on your phone without using data. So if you're driving in the car to and from work, that's a great way to be able to get that in, as well as if you're getting ready in the morning, or if you are making dinner or doing dishes, you can fit in the National Wake Up Call at that point. The other call is our new coach mentorship. Every Thursday, from 8:30 p.m. EST to 8:50. It's 20 minutes, you guys. So we have one tomorrow with Abby and Britt. So one of us will be speaking on it, okay? Let's move right along. So these are the 4 vital behaviors. You have to be proof the products work. We already talked about this, right? You got to do your workout and drink your shake. Number 2, you got to share, connect, invite, and follow up. So share your journey on social media, start conversations, and talk to people, and then invite them to your next group. You're not just going to cold invite people, and thank God you're probably all like, thank you, right? Like, you don't want to be that creepy, salesy, icky person, right? We really want you to build relationships and connections with people you don't know first, and even people who, you've had a relationship with. You do want to connect with them first. Hopefully you guys have been seeing what we've been posting in the new coach mentorship, because we're helping you guys with how to make connections, okay? Number 3, personal development. You want to listen 10 minutes a day or read 10 minutes a day, and it's going to change your life. We would highly suggest as a brand new coach that you start out with either Girl Wash Your Face by Rachel Hollis, or Get Over Your DAMN, I'm not going to guess, or cuss, Get Over Your DAMN Self by Romy, I can never say it, starts with an N with her last name, okay? So those are the 2 books as a brand new coach that we would suggest you start with. Like I said, you can either read the actual book or listen to it. There's an app called Audible that you can download all of your books onto your phone and listen to it, like I just said, as you're moving around and doing different stuff. Number 4, you guys, get people results. Okay, so we are a company that is built off of results. And thank goodness, right? Because we don't want to bring people in and then just say, oh, you bought the products. Okay, see ya, on the next person. You truly want to help them get results. And so hopefully your upline has a challenge group that you can add your coaches into. I know for my new coaches, I let them just add it into our big challenge group for the first couple months. And then they help me run it once they get comfortable, and then they're able to go out and kind of duplicate it and have their own smaller group once they have quite a few customers, okay? So get people results. We get people results through our challenge groups because we have the workouts, we have the supplements with Shakeology and Performance Line, we have the nutrition either with 2B Mindset or the Ultimate Portion Fix, and then that last piece of the puzzle, you guys, is the support from us as their coaches, okay? So making sure that you're checking in on your challengers once a week, not every single day. People don't want you to check in on them every single day, okay? Once a week, making sure that you are helping them and just seeing if there's any questions you have. Every single day, the support comes from the actual challenge group and you connecting with them in the challenge group, commenting on their posts, asking them questions, that sort of thing, okay? All right, so hopefully you guys can see this. The first goal as a new coach is to help 3 people get started with a program in Shakeology, a challenge pack, just like probably majority of you guys got signed up, right? Whether you signed up as a customer and then you were able to get that $40 sign-up fee waived, or you signed up with a challenge pack when you first became a coach, it's the best way to get started, you guys. You get the best bang for your buck because you get the nutrition and you get the workouts, okay? So you want to help 3 people get started that way. And I know that might seem so simple where you're like, just 3 people, keep that mindset. It is that simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Start with your friends and your family, and then we're going to help you grow your cold market. Okay, and cold market are people that you don't quite know. So Achieving Success Club, I wish I could figure out how to make this smaller. Achieving Success Club, your first 3 months earns you a free ticket to Summit. Okay, now if you earn it every single month for an entire year, you could earn the Success Club trip. So next year it's in Punta Cana. How cool would that for you to be able to say, hey, hubby, or hey, significant other, I was able to earn the summit that's going to be in Indianapolis in July for training, and I don't have to pay for my ticket. All I have to do is get myself there and have a hotel and everything. But then after that, I can earn a trip and take my family on it. And the trips are beautiful. They're amazing. You can connect with the team at Summit as well as on these trips. And that's what makes this business really cool and really fun, you guys, when you're able to meet with people one-on-one, face-to-face, okay? So let's talk about the first step, okay? So the first step is committing to a boot camp start date. Okay, so you can either host your own, like I talked before, or join up with another coach, or run it with your upline. Okay, so make sure you know about your upline if they're going to have you join theirs or have you do your own. Okay, everyone runs it a little differently. Now, these are just examples, guys. So examples about a challenge group invite. This is To Be Mindset. I'm currently pregnant, so I do not have results to share with people. I'm actually going the opposite with my belly at this point. So I grab onto other people's results. So if you're just starting your journey with Beachbody, you guys, and you're like, I don't really have results that I want to share with people right now, or I don't feel quite confident. If you type in, for instance, this is To Be Mindset. If I go to Google and I type in To Be Mindset test group results, I'm going to see my girl Abby, I'm going to see other coaches' results, and they're on the internet for you to use, okay? I know people have used mine from 80 Day Obsession that I've never talked to, and I put them out there so that people could use, okay? Now, if you do have a transformation that you're proud of, and it doesn't have to be as drastic as Brittany's, but say that you've lost your first couple pounds, you guys, or maybe you're not even focused on weight loss. Maybe you're focused on adding muscle, and you have some progress pictures to show for that, or you're able to do more push-ups, and you have a video of yourself doing like barely, 1 push-up, and then 30 days later, you're able to do like 15 on your toes. Use those, you guys, because people want to see you, okay? And I know it's scary. It's really uncomfortable the first couple times you do it, but they want to see you. They want to see that you're actually being proof the product works, okay? So this is just an example of using someone else's at some points in your business. And then the other one is sharing your actual transformation, okay? And it's even more accountability, right? Like your business is tied to your results. It's amazing accountability. So your first invites, okay? So we want you to become conversation experts, okay? So we don't expect you guys to just go cold, like I said, invite people and just say, oh my gosh, I'm running this challenge group and I want you to join and blah, blah, blah. Start with a conversation, okay? Connect with the person on a deeper level. Hey, I noticed that you just got back from Jamaica. Your pictures looked beautiful. How was the trip? What did you think of staying at their secret resort? Okay, start the conversation. Let them respond back to you. Then you can say, oh, I'll have to check that out for my next vacation. Hey, by the way, I don't know if you saw, but I just started this health and fitness business, and I have a chance to invite 3 or 4 people into my next virtual boot camp. Is that something that you'd be interested in doing? Don't overthink the wording, you guys. Do not overthink the wording. Yes, we have example conversations that you can use, but I really want you to just be comfortable in who you are and not taking scripts, taking them and tweaking them to sound like you, okay? Now, you're not reaching out to close people, okay? And what I mean by that is the first message you send someone, if they ignore you or if they're like, no, I'm not really interested, You're normal, okay? You're so normal. It just means it's not the right time for them, okay? And you're reaching out to them just to open that door. We say plant the seed, okay? And if you can think about it, okay, so we're planting seeds. Every time I talk to someone, I'm planting a seed. And if it's supposed to bloom into a flower quicker, then it will. The person will see that this is the right time for them. And then they're gonna sign up. If not, it might take a couple conversations, a couple times of inviting them, a couple times of them watching your stories on Facebook and your posts on Facebook and Instagram before they're ready. And that's okay. It's not our job to convince people to sign up. It's to let them know this opportunity is out there. You can say everything right, you guys, but if it's not the right time for the person, they're not going to sign up. You can say everything wrong, but if it's at the right time in their life that they need something like this, and you're able to show them the value that it can give to them in their lives, they'll say yes. Okay, so hopefully I'm not scaring you guys too much. The next thing is find their need and fix the problem. So ask lots of questions and take your time. Okay? Recognize and welcome objections as a part of the process. So if you have people who say, I just can't afford it, or I really don't have the time, or whatever, you're normal. You're so normal. All of those objections are things that we all run into on a daily basis. And so connect with your coach and have them help you walk through it. Now, if your coach is not actively working the business, or you want to be able to do it on your own, YouTube or Google how to handle objections, because there's so many different resources. Be that person that goes out and finds the answer and applies it. Okay, and like I said, you can use the scripts that we have in the team file, but make sure that you take it, tweak it, make it your own, okay? And then follow up forever. If I told you how many times I've had to follow up with probably every single person who signed up on my team, you would laugh, because it does take time, you guys. On average, you know, I read something that it said, you know, on average, you have to talk to someone 6 to 10 times. 6 to 10 times before they say yes. Are you willing to do that? Not saying that you have to push products on them or be that salesy person that drives them crazy, okay? This is, you know, following up, and I just talked to a friend about this, following up and checking in on them and seeing how things in their life are going. And like I said, maybe they went on a vacation, and asking them about themselves, or maybe their kids have another freaking snow day, right? And you're like, how are you going insane? I'm going insane. So making sure that you're following up genuinely, and then maybe talking about the challenge group or coaching again. And then don't be afraid of cost. It's an amazing value, what we have. I'm in awe when people say no to a 160 challenge pack. I'm like, are you kidding me? Do you realize that you get a year of workouts, and we're rolling out with even more workouts throughout the year, like top-notch workouts and the best nutrition coming from a nutritionist, the best performance line out there that's clean, and Shakeology. Don't get me started on Shakeology. I love it. So it's the best value, guys. So the other thing that I want to make sure is don't send your link right away. The link is the last thing that you send. The link through ShareCart, like I talked before, is what you send when you know the person is ready to purchase and they're like, okay, I'm in, let's go. Do not put that link out there in that message until you get the okay. Because the minute that you send that link, if they're not quite ready, they're going to write you off, right? Because how many of us have been pushed into products and people are like, do you want to try this and be one of my testimonials? No, I don't know, because I don't know anything about your product and you don't know me, right? You want to make sure that you're getting to know them first, and once they're ready, sending the link, okay? And then don't show up and throw up. So you always want to make sure that, like I said, you're asking lots of questions. You're ending every single one of your conversations with that person asking them another question. Okay, so that it's going to keep the conversation going. Okay, your second goal as a coach. So our first goal, like I said, is to make sure that you're helping 3 people get started with a program and Shakeology. Okay, our second goal is to make sure that we're focusing on getting to Emerald. People make this such a scary goal. I made it a very scary goal. It took me 7 months, you guys, to hit Emerald. And you want to know who signed up? My mom and my dad, and I was living with them. So I could have made that happen within an hour of being a coach. But I made it such a hairy, scary goal. And I made it, they have to be both working coaches and they have to be, wanting to really go out and, like I said, sell and build this into a business, when I was completely missing that I had 2 people in my life that even 9 years later still drink Shakeology that would benefit from the product. So if you have people in your life that would benefit from Shakeology and they don't want to run it as a business, help them save 25%, you guys. Help them get that discount as a coach. My mom and dad, like I said, they've been coaches since the beginning, 2009. I think it was 2010 because it was 7 months in. But they've been my first 2 active coaches. Okay, so your second goal is active Emerald. Like I said before, we will be having a training on this starting, I believe, March 18th. But make sure if you are a go-getter and you're like, I want to go right now, go search the information for this on YouTube or Google. There's so many good trainings. Feel free to reach out to me. I can help you along the way as well as your upline. Okay? And then obviously Ruby and Diamond once we get to Emerald. And you'll notice it just starts growing. So we would suggest, you guys, if you're serious, and I know there's a lot of serious people on this, active Emerald rank in 7 days. So it's just you plus 2. Don't overwhelm it. If you have people who want to sign up with the challenge pack, you guys, that would get you, say you have 2 coaches who sign up with challenge packs. That gets you 4 Success Club points. And that gets you 2 active coaches, okay? So you are almost hitting both of your goals for the month by selling 2 challenge packs to people signing up as a coach. You just have to help one more person get started with the challenge pack, and you've done it. If you think about it that way, you guys, it's super duper simple, okay? Now, sharing your journey on social media. This is on Instagram. This is my social media. This is Allison's. This is Britt's. We're all very different, okay? Britt has 4 children. Allison is a newlywed. And, on her, is it called explant? She had her breast implants taken out. So her explant journey right now, trying to pay off debt. And then, obviously I'm pregnant and I have a toddler at home and a fur puppy that I'm obsessed with. So you'll see that we all share different things. But the thing that connects all of us is that we are sharing our stories in a way that makes people want to stop their scroll. So what I mean by that is we're taking the time to clean up the background of our pictures. Believe me, that's not my norm, okay? Like if you look at my office, if you looked at the rest of my office, it might look pretty right now, but if you really saw the rest of it, I have like piles of stuff everywhere. When you have a toddler, or kids, there's stuff everywhere all the time, right? And maybe our spouses are like that as well. And so you want to make sure that you do take a little bit of time to clean up your background, maybe brighten the picture up a little bit so that people want to stop their scroll. Change your angle up. If you're someone, and we all say we have one really good side, right? So we're taking a selfie on the same way every single time. If you look through your Instagram and you're in the same pose every time, people are going to scroll on by because they're like, this is boring. If you look at Britt, if you look at Allison, if you look at mine, we're all trying to do different angles. Not all selfies. Yes, you're going to have to ask someone sometimes to take a picture for you. You're going to prop your phone up on something and set the timer and smile. It takes a little bit of time, you guys, but you're building a business, okay? So share your journey authentically, okay? You're a coach, but that's not all you share. Share your life. Share the things that you feel comfortable with. If you're someone who doesn't feel comfortable sharing your children, you don't have to. You do not have to share stuff about your children or your family, but you do have to share other parts of your life aside from just health and fitness, because people are going to get bored and they're going to say, you know what, same old, same old. How many people on Facebook and Instagram are sharing health and fitness? There are things about you, even being a brand new coach, and you're probably thinking, I don't have anything unique. There are things about you that make you so unique that you would never think to share about. For instance, when I had thyroid issues, I still have them, but I hid that from social media for so long because I thought that people would think, oh, you know what? She's a health and fitness coach and she has thyroid issues. She can never help me, right? But when I started sharing that I had thyroid issues, it opened up a whole nother world of people that I could connect with. with. Maybe you have PCOS. Maybe you're going through your infertility journey. I know that's very hard to share. I went through it, okay? But it actually helped me being able to share that. Maybe you are really organized, okay? That's a huge asset. Not my forte, but maybe you're really organized and good at, like, you know, having all of your things organized, like your clothes and your pantry and all that kind of stuff. Share that stuff. There's things about you that you would think are so ordinary that people would be interested in, okay? So before you post, ask yourself what you want people to get from that post, okay? And would it stop their scroll? I always ask my hubby. I'll say, hey, Kirk, would you stop? Would you, you know, pretend like you're me? Would you like stop and, you know, be attracted to this picture, or would the wording of this post catch you and that sort of thing? And he'll be honest with me, okay? Now, if your spouse is probably like, I don't want nothing to do with this, grab a partner, you know, grab one of your coach friends and say, hey, what do you think of this post? Or even ask yourself, okay? And you have to be very blunt and honest with yourself. Before you click, you know, send, would I be attracted to that? Okay, and catch yourself when you're watching other coaches or you're watching other people on social media and you're saying, oh, that was a really good post. Write down the idea, you guys, and then put your own spin on it and then post that, okay, with your own story, your own journey. Because if it caught your eye, then the people you're trying to attract will be drawn to the post that you put up, okay? All right, we're flying on through. So, guys, I want you to see the power of consistency and patience. Now, this is how much I've learned. This picture right here is a huge no-no on social media, you guys. This is back in 2014 when you could plaster stuff like this and you wouldn't be blocked. Now, how many of us have had those friends where you're like, all they do is post products. I don't even know anything about them anymore. You know, all it is like product. Don't post this kind of picture, okay? So this was a post that I put up in 2014. Yeah, you're probably like, you got 48 likes and, you know, 24 comments. I guarantee 99% of them were coaches on our team, okay, that were just supporting me. There was maybe 1 or 2 people that actually wanted information. It's not personalized. It's not scroll stopping. It's screaming sales, you guys. And then there's no story. Okay, I can't even believe I posted something like that. And the sad thing is that I did a lot of those. I had to learn. Now, 2019, okay? So this is 5 years later, you guys. Yes, I'm pregnant in this picture, but I was sharing a part of my journey, okay? And sharing my, you know, my infertility journey with it. I shared a little bit of a story, sharing the fact that I was turning 32 and all this kind of stuff. I'm sharing my journey, guys. I'm telling a story. I'm making sure that my picture is bright and it's me, okay? So you can just have some very easy apps that brighten up your pictures that are brand new or that are free apps, okay? You can use the way to brighten it up on your Instagram pictures. There's all those filters. There's the app Lightroom. There's one called VSCO. There's a ton of different apps. Google how to brighten my pictures. You're gonna find a ton of free apps that you can use that are super user-friendly. Guys, I am not good at this kind of stuff. It took me time to figure out how to use apps. It still does, but you have to do it, okay? It was also personalized, lots more likes, lots more comments, okay? So I've learned that by sharing my story and sharing my journey, that's what people connect with. Not a salesy picture, but your story, the story that you're going through right now. So don't overlook your story, you guys. Whether you are brand new to Beachbody, you still had a story before you started as a coach, okay? What made you want to sign up as a coach? Now, what would you do with an extra $800, okay? Now, this slide might be a little confusing, you guys, but think about it this way. So month 1 is March, okay? So say that you help 3 people this month. You would have 100, and this is like with one of our basic challenge packs, you'd make, you know, between 30 to 50 or more commissions. So you'd make about 25% on whatever the whole sale would be. So $160, I think it's $40. So $150, okay, approximately. Now, if you do it again, you guys, say that we keep those 3 customers from before, okay, so from month 1, these are the customers, and they stay on Shakeology Home Direct or the Performance line, you're going to make around $30, $32 of commission for each one of them. So these are our remaining customers that stayed with us, okay? If we bring on 3 new customers, because we want your goal to be to help at least 3 new people and keep the 3 new people you had from last month, okay? 150 plus 96 is $246. Then the next month, so that would be March, April, May. New customers, you bring 3 new ones on, okay? You keep the 6 from, 3 from month 2 and 3 from month 1. That's $192 plus the 196, which is a total of almost $400. In 3 months, you could make almost $800. Who would be unhappy about that? What could you guys do? And I want you guys to put this in the chat bar, okay? What could you do with almost $800 in 3 months? What would that do for you? Could that pay for, some of your student debt? Could that pay for your products that you're getting from Beachbody? Could that, what could it do, okay? Share with us. Don't be afraid. All right, so what's next, you guys? Now, I know it says new coach mentorship. The link on Facebook has January new coach mentorship, even though it's our March one. But you'll want to make sure that you're in our new coach mentorship, okay? Abby, Britt, and I spent a lot of time and still are putting a lot of time into making sure the content in there is really freaking good. Okay, so make sure that you're going into that group every single day and you're seeing our daily posts. We're helping you guys go through the Success Club System Tracker, which is your daily to-do list as a coach, okay? And we're saying, okay, this is how you do each part of this. The first week is all focused on that. The second week, we're helping you actually implement those things and hopefully get your first customer or 2. And then the third week, we're focused on helping you get 3 customers as well as hitting Emerald, okay? So don't miss out on that group. The next is committing to your program, drinking your Shakeology, doing your daily personal development. So committing to you guys, okay? Committing to you. And yes, The Compound Effect is a great book as well. I know I mentioned Get Over Your DAMN self, as well as Girl Wash Your Face. The Compound Effect, if you're someone getting into the habit of creating consistency in your life, that's a really good book as well, okay? And then number 3, begin sharing your journey and other people are going to join you. So start sharing your journey authentically. Brittany was sharing, I believe yesterday, she shared about how to be sharing posts on social media. Okay, so making sure that you're sharing a social media post that showcases your journey. There's no right or wrong way to do this, you guys. It's your journey. Just go out there and share it. And you're going to learn, just like I've learned, how to do it. And if you put a post up that doesn't do well, that's okay. You're not failing. The only way to fail in this business is if you stop. And then the next thing, you guys, is don't get overwhelmed. Take it one step at a time, one conversation at a time, and know that if you can stick with this, you can build a very sustainable business, okay? And enjoy yourself while you're doing it. So let me go through and see